I'm willing to bet that you, like myself, are always striving to improve your cardio. You want to stop gassing out. You want to feel better in pad work and sparring and actually be able to perform the things you know you're capable of. But instead of going, okay, just hit the pads harder or run more, I'm going to give you some tips today which are going to help you improve that cardio without having to add extra work. It really doesn't matter how good your cardio is. If you move around and you throw every shot, 100% power, 100% power, 100% power, you're always trying to give everything. You're very simply gonna feel that cardio very quickly start to catch up with you, because we're not supposed to hit as hard as we can with every shot. Yeah, we don't wanna be like that. But we want to have that give and take where, okay, I come in, I throw my double jab, I'm like, okay, 70% on the power, and then crack as hard as I can. Step out. Maybe the first round kick down to the leg is a setup, so I don't throw it as hard as I can. The second one, I bang in. Too much power is going to be your detriment when it comes to trying to improve your cardio or feel like you want to improve it. So ease back. It's okay. We see guys like Lomachenko who are always moving around. He hits hard, he touches, he hits hard, he angles off, tap, 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 bang, bang. Perfect way to fight if you can manage it. Easier said than done though. So when you get on the bag or when you're doing your shadow boxing, see if not only you can mix in combos at different powers, but also in the middle of the combo, have light, hard, light. That's where it really starts to get much easier to control that energy output. Now, breath work. Breath work is so important. We're not talking about Wim Hof breathing. We're just talking about, do you know when to properly inhale and exhale, and how often you should be doing it when you throw your combo? When you're on your defense, are you holding your breath? Guess what? If every time somebody attacks me, I kind of hold the breath as I take the shots, once I come out of it, I'm going to be going, okay, I want to attack, and I'm going to feel like, oh, I have no energy. You have to be able to breathe. I like to breathe every time I throw a shot. So it's not me going, I'm getting those fast little breaths, and then when I get to the outside, I'm slowing my breathing down. I'm breathing in through that chest, through the stomach, opening everything up, getting that relaxing period. If somebody comes at me and I'm on defense, I'm breathing away. The breath work is going to help you so much. I already have a video which is more Wim Hof related, but it might help you learn how to inhale, control, exhale, work on some of that faster breathing, and it'll just maybe open your eyes. But if you focus, you put the intent on, in this round, even though I'm going to go a little bit harder, but I'm going to really focus on breathing, getting that oxygen in my system, I think you're going to find that this is an easy way to improve your cardio. Now, of course, we should all recognize that learning something new and then trying to perform when you don't have the movements down, you don't know how to properly throw a punch in the most efficient way, it's going to gas you more. So this is why it's so important for you guys to go, okay, yeah, I've learned the basics, but keep on them. I always tell people the basic win fights. And that just keeps going and going and going as you progress your skill level. So when I'm standing in front of the mirror, I'm not just kind of going, oh, okay, I got these shots down. Really work those efficient attacks where you can maximize your power without just having to rely on your muscle system, right? If I throw with all my power, my shoulder only goes to here as opposed to there, I'm going to be lacking power, even though maybe this is 100% and this is 70%. But the more distance I'm able to gain, the more power I can put into the shot through my opponent. Same on round kicks. I see people getting exhausted throwing multiple round kicks, but their heels flat on the ground. They haven't rotated their shoulder forward, so they're just kind of, that's going to get tiring really fast as opposed to a nice fluid motion. So return to the basics. Brush up on your technique constantly. See if you're maintaining it as you do harder work, and especially in sparring, right? You'll notice when you throw something wrong in sparring, you'll miss and be off balance and so tiring. Really dial it in during those rounds with other people. Now recently in my defense course, which you guys can now purchase up there, I went through and I talked about one of the struggles that many people have is they don't know on defense when to relax. They have trouble relaxing. Obviously, if I'm on offense and I'm putting out 80%, 90%, 100%, something like that, that's exhausting. And then out here, you're like, okay, I'm gonna relax. But being able to relax on the defense, I find that's a spot that is so important to make it feel like, oh, my cardio is getting better. Kind of like 80, 90%. Back here, 10% effort, and then in the defense zone, kind of like 30, 40% effort. But a lot of people on defense, I can see the energy output and it's way too much. So focus in on that defense. Make sure you pick up my course where you can go through 30 videos on how I won all these belts, all the things I do to make sure I minimize the damage and I'm more efficient when I'm doing my blocking or slipping or whatever it is. And a lot of that, as I mentioned, the course comes down to being able to relax. Because at the end of the day, you can block 100 shots, but if at the end you're so exhausted from blocking them, you can't go on offense, well, it's no good. It should be block, 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 and then fire back and make them pay for trying to touch you. So there are 4 ways for you to increase your cardio or make it feel like you've increased your cardio without really actually having to go and do the road work. Of course, you do want to do the road work and you want to train hard in the gym, but at some points you're going to run out of time or you're just going to go, yeah, I've kind of peaked out. But these extra things which we talked about today are going to be easy ways to just boom, 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 bump it up and feel like, yeah, I'm not gassed all the time. Let's call it to everybody. Thank you for joining me. As always, train hard. I will see you back here soon for another episode.